Hi, third grade readers. Hope you're doing great today. So we are now at the point, readers, we are now becoming experts in many different areas that we've been reading on. And together, I know personally, the last thing that I've been reading has been on frogs. And I've been studying a lot about them. And I'm getting to the point where now I feel that I am an expert in many areas about frogs. Just like our first section, we were reading about penguins. If I were to have picked a few other books to add to my penguin collection, I would feel confident in being an expert in that category as well, to where I could teach it to others. And so we're now at the point that we have been studying a particular topic, a nonfiction topic, for some time, and you've been doing enough research and note-taking, and all that stuff is now going to come together for you to do a project of some sort. So today we're going to spend some time to talk about possible project ideas and how you want to present your information. One thing that you need to possibly think about is how you're going to set up all of this information you learned. If you recall, we made kind of like our own mini table of contents where we had the subtopics, where we had our main idea. In this case, I had frogs, and then I listed all the different parts about frogs that I wanted to learn more about that I could share. So one example is I could create a poster. I could get a larger piece of paper or an actual poster board, and I would have my title frogs. And on my poster board, one idea is I would have each of my subtopics listed. I might have habitat, and then I would have my blurb to teach others that I'm going to teach about and have it. Then I might have my next subtopic, life cycles. Put all the information that I want to share about life cycles. Have my next subtopic, enemies, listed, body coverings, poisonous frogs. So I might arrange my poster board by my subtopics so that my information is neat and organized. If I was making a Google slideshow, I might have each slide as one of my subtopics so that everything was presented just like in our nonfiction books, how there's that table of contents where all this information isn't just on one page and you have to try and absorb it all. No, they give you one topic and it's all on that one subtopic of the main idea. We have been working with boxes and bullets. You might have one piece of paper and you might make a box and bullet, and you might display the information in that way. You might make a brochure. If you were studying a certain place, you might take a piece of paper and fold it 3 ways and make a brochure about that place. And you could have your subtopics listed in different areas on the brochure. Maybe it was you were studying about Italy, and maybe you have one subtopic is the population, and you would list about all the people that live there. Then another subtopic would be places to visit. So there's lots of different ways that you can now share this information. Another thing that you'll want to consider is whether you're doing a poster board with pencils and markers, or you're doing more of a technology-based project, you probably want to include pictures. And with pictures, you would want to include like a little note by it, kind of like a little text box or text feature, so that you could explain what's happening in the picture. You want to make sure that the pictures you include are about the topic that you're teaching about. So you want to make sure they're very specific. You might also want to include vocabulary somewhere on your project. I know in many of the books that we shared, we had little text boxes off to the side. So if you were to do a Google slideshow, or if you were to make another type of presentation, you'll want to include all those important facts. And I would then, if it was an important word, like a definition, then I would make sure that vocab word, you might want to change the font of it and make it bold or make it underlined. You want things to stand out. Maybe at the end of your project, if you were to make a Google Doc and make like your own type of book on it, you might want to have a glossary at the end to include all those important words that we just learned about, just like how we have in our nonfiction book. There's a glossary, so you might want to include that. You might even have a section if you're creating a different kind of presentation that's let's see, what's another one you could do? Kind of just like a fun fact, like with different artwork around, you might have a question and answer. Maybe you'll set up your paper where you pose a question. What is the world's largest frog? And then give the answer and put the answer. And then give another question. Where do frogs live? Then you could give the answer. That could be another cool way to set up your project. You can be as creative and resourceful as you want. It could be all technology based, or it could be just all paper and pencil and markers, something like that. You get to decide that. Today, you're going to use that time to do your planning and creating of your project. And then you'll also use tomorrow to use that too. So hopefully in 2 days, you can get a project done. Other than that, there really isn't much guidelines. It can be as much info or that you want to share, making sure that you pull exact information from the resources that you've been using. This isn't a time to make up what you think. It has to be factual because you've been becoming that expert. So we want to know true, honest facts from the pieces that you've been reading from. And then what we'll do is after you have your project created, you could share it with me, whether you want to email it or just share the actual document or have your family take a picture of it and send it to me. If I'm not your teacher, you can also send it to Mr. Fraser or Mrs. Stambolian and include myself on it because I'd love to see your work, but you can share it in that way. If you want to just share it with a family member at your house, by all means, you should do that. That would be great. If you want to make a video of it and send it to one of your friends in the classroom, if you want to schedule a Google Meet and share it with one of your friends that way, all these ways are ways that you can share this information. This is totally open-ended. I want you to just take that time to be the teacher. You've become the expert on a topic. Now it's your time to shine and teach someone all about what you've been reading about. So that's what you're going to do today and the next day for tomorrow, okay? So I can't wait to see all the creative ideas that you're going to do. I can't wait to see what kind of experts are out there in all these new topics. And I hope that things go well. And I will see you soon. And I can't wait to start seeing some of your projects come through. Have a great day, readers, and make time to read a little bit to yourself today. All right, talk to you soon.